Okay, hi everyone. Today we are going in a new review of hands, and we are going to analyze some of the key hands that I played in my recent tournaments, and I hope you can learn from my mistakes. Okay, let's go. Okay, let's dig in straight away. This is the first hand that I want to analyze that happened on the Pulsar. I don't know if you saw it. Maybe you saw it on the Instagram. Sorry, because I made a reel of this hand. So what was the action? So I opened here in this position with, I would say in the start of the tournament, I think it's quite an easy open. Button wasn't really aggressive, so I want to open really wide. Also, P Chartier here had important bounty. So here in the bounty at the start is worth sorry, it's worth, I will have my calculator on the side. It's worth 5,500. So just, you can make it quick, but you can also, I will show you the exact steps. So you know exactly how to do them. And I divide just by the value of the big blind. So it's worth 11 big blinds and he only has like 14 big blinds of stack. So it's really important to go quite wide against him here. So if I open here and he jams, I have an easy call. Just I have more than 33. I would say I have like 33, maybe 32, 31% against his range, which is quite enough. So here I would have always called if he decided to jam on his jam. Now the question is on this other guy that jammed behind. What does it change in the spot? So overall, my equity three-way for sure it will go down. So I want to make sure that my hand has enough equity against his new with both against both ranges. And what is important here, I would say, is to have yeah, suited hand, connected hands. Connector hands will have more equity in general. Like 9-8 suited plays really well multi-way. I will put up on the side also Equilab if you want to check out. If you want to, I will verify some of the key plays that I'm talking about right now. And so yeah, I want to see here if it's worth it or not. And also there's also another reward because there's also another bounty that we have to play. So there's like 11 big blinds plus 11 big blinds in the spot in the middle, and I only have like now I have like 23, 22 to add against him. So here I will go fast on this one. I don't want to be too long on this one. Sometimes I will go slower on some hands. But here, my key assumption is that with both bounties in the early game, with a hand that plays relatively well multi-way, I'm quite confident to play here. If you wanted to do the whole work, yeah, you would have to do an Equilab to put estimate the range that Zarapita can have, and try to understand if the 3 and 4 suited has the equity here to call or not. Yeah, for now I will just make it short, brief on this video. I don't want to make the video about only one hand. So this hand I will check it out deeper and do some analysis of the Equilab if I see that I need to. But here I just want to be a bit more brief. Other hand here that is interesting. Those are some key hands that I played in my last session. Also, I would say it's really important to take screens or to put hands on the side, because it will give you a direction of what are the biggest mistakes in your game or the biggest questions that you have in your game right now. So it's really important to be sure that you play you improve and that you know what are the biggest mistakes that you make right now. Here, what is his jamming range? 7 big blinds deep. It depends a bit on the profile, but without too many information, I think I will go for something like theoretical. We can just assume some hands that will always be jamming here. I would say like if he's not neat, what can he jam here? I would say like probably ace-5 off always. Or most of the hands that the pocket pairs will not induce. Most players don't induce here 7 big blinds deep. of course all the ace-6 suited. Now in the king X's suited, they will be normally, I would say, king 9 suited. It's the hand that I will see most of the time. Yeah, he's from hijack. Sometimes he will cut king 9 suited. I don't think he will go to king 8 suited, even if he has not many big blinds. And here I would say he takes all of those hands. Some players take king 10 off, queen 10 off, jack 10 off. Depends on the player here. So he will always take them normally in suited hands. Same here also. It depends. I can do like some suit selection. So if you're not sure that your opponent takes all the combinations or takes all of them at a time, you just can take half of the combinations. So you'll have like half of the hands that will be counted in the total range. So here you can see I just select half of the suited, half of the off hands that exist, and we are trying to find out if with this range, probably some guys will also take those low ace off. Depends on the player. Also, I will put them with suit selection, and we'll see if it changes something. So now the question is, in his range, what do we beat quite easily? Sometimes he will take like those hands, 9-8 suited, 8-7 suited. We can do like several configurations. In his range, we don't dominate much. Some of these queen off, jack 10 off, some of the hands here also. So frankly speaking, I think the equity against this range will not be that much. In blind vs blind, also another way to find out if this spot is quite an easy call or not. In blind vs blind, this is a spot that I've studied a lot. So it's an easy call. And now the question is, how much does he tighten his range when he plays 2-3 positions earlier? That really depends on the profile, but here already if I was at the button, I'm not sure that I will have called against everybody. Every type of player. So yeah, I've done the suit selection now. We'll see how much equity my hand has against this range. So here we can see I have only 36%, 37%. And we can do like a rough estimate. We have 6 to put in 15.2. 6 into 15.2. You can always have a calculator in your game, so it's not a big problem to use it. And here you can see, so it's 39.5%. So here you are a bit off if you call. Not too much, but a bit off. And yeah, if I don't have any information on how tight or how loose he is, so I can only refer to what I think that he will use in his range. And you can do like another scenario also where he goes a bit wider. So what are the hands that he will go wider with? Some people like to jam those hands. Can just take like one more combo each time. So here we can take all of them. Here we can unselect the suited selection here and put all of them. All here. So now they're just full in the range. Yeah, if we wanted really to go far, which hand would we add? King 7 suited doesn't make any sense. Maybe those hands will jam a bit wide. 9-7 suited, I can see sometimes people going a bit wider. King 8 off, I really don't think he will ever go that wide. And yes, so you see, if I go really, really wider with this range, King 8 off becomes a call. But you really have to be sure that he goes really wide on those spots. And frankly speaking, I have the impression in early game of those tournaments, people tend to go a bit more tight because they don't want to re-entry too much. Yeah, they don't want to build sacks, I think, in those hyper. So they don't have a strategy which really makes a huge sense with this range. Okay, we go with another hand. I don't know how long it will take. Just I want to do some key hands. I don't want to do like videos more than half an hour just to make it digest, but yeah, sometimes it's worth it. Here we have another spot. We are a bit deeper on this tournament. I can see already that we are 20 places away from the money. But the other consideration here is that if I fold this hand, do I think I make the money? And I would say probably not. Or if I just fold every hand, I probably don't make the money. So I need to take a risk here. And considering that I'm not sure to make the money here, I would say it's quite an easy call. Everyone is short on those tournaments, and it's not busting in general as fast as really big fields. So I would say that here, if I folded this hand, I could not have a better hand behind. So I really think here is a call, and you can check it several ways, but just here the low a6 off, the a6s off when you have so you are so short, you only have the equity against his range. You will jam like Jack 10 suited, things like this. Sometimes you will jam also, yeah, all the a6 suited. So you dominate some of the hands of his range, and you don't really need that much equity here when you are that weak. So here I think it's quite an easy call. If I had been like maybe 5 places away or 10 places away from the money, I would have folded, but here I'm just too far here. Okay, another hand here. We'll do like, yeah, several hands at the time. Okay, actually here, bit. Oh, I don't want camera to be off. Here it's quite an easy fold. Even if he jams quite wide, yeah, my hand just don't have sorry enough equity against his range. Those spots I just studied them recently. He can jam wide, yes, but at the same time here I have to call quite linear, and I'm not sure that yeah, this one is a winning play. Probably like king 9 off will be a call. I can check several times. Maybe this one I want to check it on Wizard. Some plays sometimes I want to check them on Jitter Wizard. It's not easy to find all the solutions, but just at the same time, yeah, just I want to see roughly if I have a good idea of the spot. So yeah, we don't have much ICM. It's quite a huge field. Probably 75% of the field left, or probably, yeah, something like this. And can I find a spot where there's such clear short stack? No, there's no such spot, so I cannot check it out. Just the fact that we cover FL makes it a bit a closer decision, but in general you should be quite linear in those spots, and I think it's like king 9 off, king 10 off will be for sure, and then king 7 off, king 8 off will be close to folding. Here I didn't record the hand correctly. Another hand that is interesting here. The value of his bounty is like 4 or 5 big blinds right now. So now we have to understand what is the range of Champs-Élysées. Yeah, if it's play word with the French football player. And his range is quite wide because he opens on 2 short stack, and also he's the chip leader of the table, so he should open quite wide, even if he's not too aggressive. His stats just shows me that he has quite a good opening range. So against him, I'm quite okay to rejam because I have the equity against Paprika, and there's also some dead money in the pot, and the range is wide also of Champs-Élysées. So the other spot now that I want to check is, yeah, if Golf can trap, is capable of trapping here, then I have to be really more tight in those spots. So I really need to be more careful. And but at the same time, there's also the bounty that is in play. I think if there wasn't the bounty, I would have thought about it way more. But here with the bounty that is worth 4 or 5 big blinds, um, quite an easy rejam. And sometimes golf and poker can have strong traps. From what I'm seeing from his stats, um, yeah, sometimes it's strange that he has such an aggression factor that is low. Here is the aggression factor. So yeah, but I cannot. I don't have enough hands, or I don't have the good stats to know if he's capable of trapping here enough. But I think I have quite an easy jump here. Okay, another one that I didn't record well. 10-2 suited. Yeah, those ones are the ones that I really don't know much about. Now I know way more about them when I'm three-handed. But 400, I really don't have any way of finding if it's a good jam or not. For now, I just follow those hands. I think 10-9 suited is always a jam. 10-8 suited is always a jam. I haven't studied those spots. I will try to find. Yeah, I found one spot where I'm 4 big blinds deep. Here, and to see a bit the range that he decides to jam. It doesn't go as far as 10-4 suited, but you can see 4 big blinds deep. And now, so if I have like 3 big blinds deep, probably it will go like several combos more. Yeah, I don't know how I can solve those spots in general. They will not make a huge difference, so I don't spend too much time in those spots. But yeah, just frankly speaking, you want to have like hands that have high cards, and also hands that have a lot of equity. The shorter you are, 3 or 4 big blinds deep, the more you are inclined to be called by several people. So you want to have hands that have also some decent play multi-way. But in general, you shouldn't be too concerned about this. Just try to be a bit linear, like you can see here. Yeah, just go a bit wider because you have less big blinds, and you're just and I'm just also so not advanced in the tournament, so still far from the money that I shouldn't be too worried about any type of ICM. So it's quite an easy call. And another one that is really interesting. This one is a clear call. Even if I don't like calling those spots because I don't have much information on my opponent. This play doesn't exist in his shoes. He shouldn't ever jam here. So the only question is, what does it put in his jamming range? There will be a lot of normally like King 10 suited, Jack 10 suited, some hands that I'm quite happy to go against. I will always have the equity against those hands because there's a bounty also in that I have to take into account. But what is really important in his range and what makes really the decision quite easy and fast is that he should, and a lot of players jam, he should. I mean, like with my experience, he jams normally pocket 4, pocket 5, pocket 6, pocket 6 at a high frequency. So here I have quite an easy call. Sometimes you can take a little bit of time on those spots, but you should call even if you're a bit scared that he only has like pocket kings, pocket aces, or that is really neat because that display doesn't exist. You should still pay here. He will also have like ace king, ace queen off, which you have you have 55% against those hands. You can check. I will check in front of you to show you. Like ace king off against pocket 7. You have 44, 45% here with pocket 7s, so you're quite happy to go with it here. You have the equity. Another one, I don't know the value of this bounty here because I don't have the I don't remember here what's the value of this bounty. I should click here if you want to see on Winamax, if you want to see the real value, you have to click because it's like a range. The color only gives you a range. I will put like a 2x multiple on this bounty to make the calculation and just to have a rough idea if this spot is worth it or not, and we will see just from here if it's a good idea or not. So if I put 2x 2x of the starting, sorry, bounty. So it means he only has like he collected several bounties, but only 2x. So it's a 50 euros tournament. Here we have we are in the early game now. We are level 11 is the end of the re-entry, so it only increases a bit. So now if I take this value, this is the value of the starting bounty at this moment. I multiply by 2 because he has 2 bounties compared to the regular bounty from the starting bounty. Okay, then you divide by 1,200. Just to make all the steps, but for you to see. But yeah, 11 big blinds. So here, just to I have 14, sorry, 12 to add to a pot that I will do like 18 plus 11 plus 12. So it's quite an easy call. I will just make every step just to make it clear for you. If you have any questions on those, you can just skip ahead if you want to, or if you think those spots are too easy for you. Sometimes, sometimes I just want to take a bit more time to show every step, to show you if you want to check also on your hands how much it takes time it takes to do it. So yeah, okay, you had 12, and now I had the bounty, so it's 41.2, and I have 12 to add into 41.2. Yeah, so it's 29%. Just a rough idea. Normally, against a range of any two from him, 29% you have the equity against with all hands. So here, if I check Jack 8 off, we can estimate his range. There will be like hands like Ace 8 off, probably a bit more like suited hands. Those ones will jam. Probably sometimes he will cut them, but it doesn't matter much. Sometimes he can also go a bit wider on the XX off, but I want to make it just simple to show you, like, even if I make it quite tight, I think it will always be a call, so don't be too shy to call on those ones. And yeah, also you have really to, so yeah, I made quite a really tight range, and you can still see that I have the equity against his range, so really make sure that you can know the bounty, the value of the bounty well, because it will change a lot how you have to play against those tournaments, with those tournaments. Here I have an easy fold when I see it right now. His range is quite tight. There's a lot of people to talk in the spot after him. So here I should be really way more tighter, way tighter. So probably ace-10 off, something like this, that I will go all in with. And yeah, I don't need to spend too much time on this one. It's quite easy fold, I think, right now when I see it. And this is the last hand that we will see. We are in the money on this one, in the Interstellar. And then we have a pocket hands. I know that this play exists. Now I want to just check the how much each move, what is the EV of each move, and is there a better option with my hands specifically? So there's a bounty in the big blind, so I will have to I will want to jam a bit more. And also, do I have an open call if board to rejam? Probably. I will just try. Yeah, I will try to put a short stack in the big blind, to find a short stack, to find another guy that covers me, and to see if it changes anything. No, I cannot find any sim that have this configuration. So yeah, I will just see with the sims that have 20 big blind stack, sorry. Does jamming directly make sense? Yeah, you can see it's really the best option that he really likes. Something that I would really recommend is that you check the EV differences when you have an option, to see which one really makes the most amount of sense, and which one you want to when do you want to induce, or when do you see like, yeah, okay, I will never catch up the difference in EV in those spots. So I really just want to take the first option. Yeah, poker is really a game of choosing the best option, the most EV lines, and for that you need to know um, all the lines EV. So you need to know that the jamming is so you have to multiply by 100. So it's 7 EV, 7 big blinds per 100, and here is 2 big blinds per 100 for open. So yeah, just pocket trees here is the best option to jam, and you have to check a bit more like what is the differences in the EV. Okay, but that's it for today. It's a bit sorry, it's a bit rough. I would say sometimes I will add to find my words a bit more. I did a lot of videos in French on my French channel. If you want to check it out, you can check out it on my French channel. I did a lot of videos, and I want to do a bit more videos now in the English channel. And just yeah, share what all of the hands that I had problems lately. So you can also improve and learn from them. And as always, if you have any questions or if you want to go deeper, there's a link in the description. And otherwise, I will see you in another video. Bye bye.